Welcome back. Been a while since I have narrated one of these videos. I have today just recently got in a final shipment of parts. So let's see what I have here. First thing that I'm really excited about is the box. This is my project box, and just got this off of Mouser. Little plastic box, screws shut, 4x4 by something like 3.5, about $7 or $8, and fits together, and if you just kind of leave it, the top pops off. It doesn't stay on there very well without the screws. But the plan is to just kind of set that lid side down, mount all my components, do my cutouts on the sides, mount my components, screw the lid down, and then set it flat on the table. And you can see that my fan's going to fit in there very nice. Plenty of clearance. So, let's see what else we got going on. Got some new potentiometers. These are 50K potentiometers. Same thing as this, it's just that the shaft on it's different. And that's to make sure I have two matching potentiometers, because those are going to be sticking out the side of this box. I want them to look nice. Don't want to have mismatched knobs on it. Let's see. Then this is another nice one. This is a wall wart. Specifically a half amp wall wart. And to go along with that, I have some matching barrel jacks. Ta-da. So that is going to be used for powering my dummy load once that's done. Let's see. And mounting the barrel jack is going to be a interesting kind of experience when I figure out how that's done. And then let's see, what else do we got? That's an old item. Okay. Got some capacitors. I'm not entirely sure about these capacitors. They're called film capacitors. I thought I was getting something closer to what I got on the breadboard there. But what I have is I have the 1/3 of a farad, or a 1/3 of a microfarad, and a 1/10 of a microfarad capacitor. And I also got in today some more linear regulators. If I can find them. I set them aside, now I can't find them. There we go. Yeah, 7812s. I got some linear regulators to use for my power there. And the idea is that my wall wart is going to be putting out just enough to make sure that I get a stable output from my voltage regulator. And then let's see here. I also today got a mess of little rectifiers. And let's see, where exactly did those go? These came in from China. I've just been thrown in a little bag. It's not marked. Actually, no, that's not them. Nope. Well, they're not much to look at. They're just, here they are actually. Here we go. Ta-da. Like I said, they're not much to look at. They actually they're identical in the form factor to the linear regulators I have. But these are little Schottky diodes. What are these? These are SR1630 diodes. And they're going to be used along with these inductors for designing a buck converter. And then, let's see here. So yeah, at this point, I have my circuit prototyped. I have my circuit essentially laid out in CAD in various forms. The printouts that I've done so far no longer match what I have on the breadboard. That's all in the computer. And so yeah, the next thing is going to be trying to figure out how I want to get all the wires connected here. I may need to see about getting some jacks, some little kind of connectors. Like this fan here, I can easily just snip the wires off of there and just solder it straight onto the board. I'm not sure if that's really a good idea, if that's what I want to do. Number one, it'll leave me with that, blue wire loose, and I'll have to figure out something to do with that. I'll either have to solder it down to a spare trace or whatever. But that blue wire coming from the computer fan, I'm not even going to use it. I have this nice little connector on there right now. It might be kind of nice to have a matching, female connector. If something goes wrong with my fan, so I can switch it out. Something similar, might be nice to have with, a couple of the other bits that I have. But yeah, that's just a, kind of a thing. What I'm probably going to end up doing is figuring out how to fit everything together on the perma-proto board, solder it up, use wire where I have to cover any real distance, and then at that point, the challenge is going to be figuring out how to make the cutouts that I need to make on my project box to mount various components. Because what am I going to have to mount? I'm going to have to mount my fan. I'm going to have to mount my ammeter. I'm going to have to mount my terminals, and then let's see here, I'm also going to want to mount a switch on here. I haven't actually put a switch in the circuit yet, but that's pretty trivial. You just put it off the lead for the power. And then let's see, what else would I want to possibly mount onto here? Switch, terminal leads, ammeter, fan. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to mount my circuit board. Haha, yeah, silly. Somehow what I'm going to have to do is I am going to have to figure out a way to secure this circuit board inside this case. And, I could, drill a couple little holes on here and just use some standoffs, or I might, figure out something I can do with glue. Don't know. So that's something else I'm going to have to figure out. So, yeah, I think the next thing I want to figure out is how I want to have everything connected together, get the circuit soldered together, the exception of maybe the barrel jacks. That's going to have to be. I'm going to have to figure out how to mount that properly inside the case. And then, at this point, I'm that much closer to having a finished, finalized design. So, yeah, and another thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to start taking measurements of things. I'm going to have to figure out, what size hole I need for my potentiometer, what size holes I need for my terminals, the spacing between the mounting holes on the fan. So, yeah, but at this point, hey, I have everything I need to keep moving forward, so, let's go.